Hey everyone, and welcome back. So we are going to be talking about the prototype settings. Now you can access and adjust all these settings right here in your right sidebar just by clicking onto the canvas. So if I'm clicking here, it's not really going to show up. They're going to show up like just basically based off of the interactions that are here. There's overflow scrolling, which is like, if you have a frame and you want it to scroll vertically, horizontally, you can set that here so you don't have to make a super long frame. You also have, if I click on the canvas, the actual prototype settings as a whole. So let's see this just like from an overview perspective. You can select the device. So right now we have it in a iPhone 13 Pro. You can set the actual ability to like preview that prototype. You can see what model it is, if there's a model associated. Right now we just have it set to graphite for the 13 Pro. You can also change the background color if you want to change that, say, to white. You can do that. So that's a bit blinding. I like to just keep it pretty dark sometimes as well. And you can see all the flows over here. So I have flow number 1, which is the only flow that we're working on right now. Let's get into the device. So over here, you're going to have a full device list. Essentially, it has a number of popular device presets, the dimensions of your prototype that we have here. So if I go to the frame and I go to design, these are your dimensions. Now, basically what happens is I can see the dimensions of the prototypes as well to see if my frame is going to fit that prototype or if I need to modify the frame to fit the prototype. So the great thing is if you use a frame preset, basically if you start using the frame from the panel over here on the right side, Figma is going to automatically select the device for you. See how they automatically selected the iPhone 13 Pro? Because when I first created these frames, I selected them from the frame presets. So that's what it's going to do for you. The great thing is you can also do like a custom size version where it's just going to fit. And that's totally fine. You can also do like the presentation size, which is going to be like a full display of the prototype to a size that essentially allows it to be displayed on the screen in its whole entirety. So that is how you select device. I'm going to stick with the 13 Pro for now. And that's that. Now, in terms of the orientation, you can select that as well. Do you want it to be like horizontal or vertical? I mean, when it comes to web's different, but when it comes to mobile, I'm mostly just designing in the vertical portrait version. But it's not possible to switch between orientations within the actual prototype, so you can't go back and forth. And like I mentioned, you have the preview here that you can see what it's going to look like when you choose like a certain, phone or, model and stuff like that. So that's all going to be, made available for you right here and just super easy. And that's everything. So these are where you can access your prototype settings.